So, as you can tell by the title of this video, this will be a coming out story. This is basically going to explain how I came out to my parents, my friends, my family, and basically everything that's led up to this point, being 3 years out of the closet, to every single person that I meet. So, it started off in grade 6 when most of my guy friends started liking girls and they wanted to have a girlfriend. So, while they were all checking out girls and asking them out, I never really thought of it. I thought, well, why would you want to date a girl when you could date a guy? I thought of just a million reasons why it'd be so much better. And to me, I thought this was just completely normal. I thought, well, everyone must think this. Like, there's some people would think, oh, well, this person's better because of attraction or personality. And I just found it all around that a guy would be better. So when they started dating girls, it started getting me like question myself, well, how come they're all going for girls and no one's going for guys? Because at this point I didn't really know what gay was. I heard of the word, but not the meaning behind it. So after looking it up for quite a bit of time and actually doing extensive research for it, I kind of figured out what it was pretty fast. And I didn't want to be that because everything that came up was bad. It was just like, it was explaining how like another teen killed themselves from being bullied, from being harassed, getting beat up, like killed even, just for liking guys. And this wasn't just for guys too. I started looking up lesbian stuff where girls liking other girls were being killed for this or beat up. And I got freaked out right away. Like being in grade 6, like you're still pretty little for that. So I ran from it. I didn't want to be gay. I didn't think I was. And all I knew is that I wanted to have a normal life in society's eyes. So me running from it wasn't the best idea because come grade 8, I had enough of running from it. I couldn't handle it anymore. Like, to me, I'd rather end my life over tell anyone that I was gay and face what the possibilities of what they could do to me because of it. So when I wanted to just tell people, just at least tell someone, I couldn't bring up the courage to do it. There would always be a moment when it'd just be so perfect to, but I didn't have the courage to do it. So again, I just kind of kept to myself, and it was only until grade 10 where I was like, well, maybe if I switch schools and if anyone asks there, then whatever, it doesn't matter. So I came up with the idea of putting my dad's address down on the school board papers so I could transfer to a new school and say that I was in that catchment zone when really I was still living back in the same catchment zone in my previous high school. But nevertheless, it did work, and when I got there, everyone was new to me. I'd never seen any of these people before, so I had the idea of just telling them. So anyone that asked, I would tell them, up until I found out that one of my friends from elementary school did go to that school. So that plan went basically bad as soon as I thought of it. So he introduced me to a bunch of his friends, and luckily these friends now are some of my closest best friends that I still have now, and that I owe a lot to them because of it. So being more trusted with them and that I could tell them a lot more than my previous friends, I felt like I would be safe to come out. So 2 weeks before I actually did to everyone else, I came out to my parents. And I guess I didn't really tell my dad, but I told my mom, and I told her that I was bisexual. And it took her a really long time to get over it, but she didn't deal with it the best when I first came out, and she threatened that she'd tell my dad, which absolutely freaked me out because me growing up, I always thought of him as being homophobic, when really it was the complete opposite, and he's the one who took me in a lot faster than my mom did when they first got the news. So being that, my mom did eventually come around, and she's my best friend now, and I tell her everything, and same with my dad. But when I told them, they said, well, you got to keep it to yourself. You can't tell anyone else. So I came up with another idea, which I guess was a lot better than the previous one, but I'd come out as a New Year's resolution and I'd just tell everyone. So I made a Facebook status basically saying that I'm bisexual and I'm tired of hiding the truth. And I posted it and I blocked them from seeing it. So immediately I started getting like after like and comments, and there was nothing bad. Everything was positive and how encouraging it was to other people to come out. And I had people come out right after I did because of it, because they saw how how people's reaction were to it. So that was a big boost for me. I felt basically on top of the world, like 1,000,000 pounds was lifted off my shoulders, and it felt good. Then the next day, I get woken up and told that they had seen the status because my friend's parents were now contacting them asking, well, what's going on? Is this true? And I guess I put them in a really bad position because they did kind of have to come out for me to their friends and stuff, but it all turned around a lot faster than I expected. So my dad's family knew for the most part, but my mom's family didn't. It wasn't until recently, as of a few months ago, that my mom's family actually did know, and they had known for a while from seeing a Facebook picture that I thought all of them were blocked from seeing of me kissing one of my exes. So they basically took me off to the side and just asked me to be truthful with them. And so I did, and they're like, we knew for a long time. We didn't say anything because we wanted you to be truthful and you to tell us on your own time. So again, it's like 1,000,000 pounds lifted off my shoulders, because it's like now nothing's stopping me. No one's like not knowing of my truth. Everyone knows it. If I meet someone, I tell them right away, and it just feels good. But the thing is I came out as bi, not actually gay. So it took a little bit of turning around and constantly telling people, oh, well, I like guys like 60% and girls 40, and then 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, to the point where I just came out as gay, and that was from one of the help of one of my other best friends, who basically bugged me about it every other day. When are you just going to be honest with yourself? When are you going to be honest with everyone else? Because we all know it. So that's basically my coming out story. There was nothing bad. There was nothing. I never got bullied for it. I never lost a friend because of it. And for the most part, I never really see what people say when it's gone so bad for them. But then again, this is only my story, and I'm sure there are tens of thousands, if not millions out there, people who've had their own experience where it's either been good or it's been bad. And luckily mine wasn't bad, so from my standpoint, I can say it does get better. And for anyone else that's watching this, because this is what I turned to when I was planning on coming out, was how to actually come out and how people did to their parents and their friends and their family. And it really helped me a lot. So I've been meaning to make this video for a long time and just never got around to it. So finally I just decided to do it, because who knows, maybe this video will help someone else and they'll have the same experience that I did, and it'll kind of make a bit more sense to them, or they'll at least get an idea of how to tell people and how to come out. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video the way that it is, and I'm just wanting to say that it does get better.